Okay, so your first chapter is matter in our surrounding. Okay, in order to understand the chapter, we are covering the basic part today. Okay, matter in our surrounding. So we have discussed what is matter. So matter is anything which has mass and occupies space. Okay, it's called as atom. So to understand this chapter, we have to complete the basic part. Okay, so we have to discuss the smallest particle of the matter, which is nothing but the atom. Okay, so the very important contribution which is given by the Rishi Kanad in order to discover the atom. Okay, so Rishi Kanad was the Indian scientist, and about 600 BC. Okay, 600 BC means the 600 year before the Christ. Okay, that time Rishikanath has performed various experiment on the different object in order to break down every time into the single like half part in order to reach that particular part which cannot be divided further. Okay, what he has done, he has he took one leaf of the plant and he break down into the two equal part. Okay, and he performed the same experiment on the half part again and again and again, and he reached that particular particle which cannot be divided further, and he named that particle as the indivisible particle. Okay, and he performed many experiments on different objects in the same way. Okay, in order to break them each time half, and he reached that particular particle which cannot be divided further. Okay, and he named and he concluded that every matter around us, they are formed by the tiny and indivisible particle, and he named that particle as Parmanu, and today we Parmanu, we called it as atom. Okay, so he has given the conclusion in his experiment is that every matter around us are formed by such tiny and indivisible particles called atom. Okay, and different metals, they are formed by different kind of, like particles of leaf are different, particles of soil are different, particle of stone are different. Okay, like this. Okay, so we can write here one more point that every different metal, every different matter, every different matter formed by different types of different types of atom. Okay, because they contain different property. Okay, so now we are going to define the atom. So atom is the smallest particle of universe. Okay, atom is the smallest particle of universe that cannot be divided further. That smallest particle of universe is called as atom. Okay, so this is all about the atom. What is atom? The smallest particle of universe which cannot be divided further. Okay, we can't divide that atom particle in the further part. That's why it is called as atom, and that's why it is called as indivisible particle. Now, in our modern periodic table, okay, modern periodic table means was what arrangement of all known elements, okay, in the tabular form where their physical and chemical properties are repeated after certain interval. Okay, that arrangement of elements in tabular form is called as modern periodic table. Okay, and in our modern periodic table we have 118 elements. 118 element has been discovered till now. Okay, out of 118 elements, 92 elements they present in our nature. That means they are naturally occurring. Okay, they present in our nature means what? They are naturally occurring, whereas 26 elements they are synthesized in the laboratory. That means they are man-made. They are man-made. Then we have discussed about on the basis of the different properties, we have divided 118 elements into metals, non-metals and metalloids. We will discuss later about what are metal, non-metal and metalloids. Okay. So here we have divided that out of 118 elements, 90 elements are metals. 90 elements are metal and 28 elements either they are non-metals or metalloids. Okay. So here we have 7 metalloids in our modern periodic table, whereas we have 21 non-metals. Okay. Then we have discussed about the subatomic particles. So after understanding atom, we had to understand the different particles of atom also. So we called it some atomic particles. Okay, this is our new heading to understand the particles of atom. Okay, so atoms contain 3 different types of particles. What are they? They are electrons, protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons, they present at the center of the nucleus, center of the atom, and the center of the atom where where proton and neutrons are present is called as nucleus. Whereas electrons, they revolve continuously around the nucleus in a fixed path, and that fixed path is called as orbit or shell or shell. So here we have the structure of atom. In structure of atom, this is the center of nucleus. Okay, in center of nucleus I have written N and P. So N represents neutron, P represents proton, and these are the dotted line represents the orbit or shell. Okay, where electrons are present in first shell. In first shell, 2 electrons are present. In second cell, 8 electrons are present. And in third cell, 18 electrons are present, or sometimes 8 also. Okay. So this is all about the structure of atom. So here that green small circles, they represent, okay, inside E negative is written, which represents the electrons, and they revolve continuously around the nucleus. So this is all about the structure of atom that we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the subatomic particles like proton, neutron and electron. What are they? Okay, so protons are the positively charged particles. Protons are the positively charged particles of an atom, and they present at the center of atom, and center of atom is called as nucleus. Okay, and very important point, proton have unit positive charge, means it contain +1 charge. Okay, unit positive charge means +1 charge. Okay, whereas neutrons are the neutral, means no charge. Neutrons have no charge, that means they are neutral particle of an atom which present at the center of an atom, and which is called as nucleus. Okay, so proton and neutron both present inside the nucleus. Now electrons, they revolve. Electrons are negatively charged particles which revolve continuously around the nucleus in a fixed path called orbit, or orbit is also called as shell. Okay, and electron have unit negative charge, means they possess -1 charge. Okay, unit negative means -1 charge. Okay, beta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next, then we have discussed about the neutrality of atom. Okay, so we know every atom contain equal number of proton and electron. That means equal number of positively charged particles and equal number of negatively charged particles. So we have already discussed there that positively charged contain +1 charge, and one negatively charged particle, means electron, contain -1 charge. So if any atom contain equal number of proton and equal number of electron, that means total charge on them will be 0, because unit negative charge is going to cancel the unit positive charge. Okay, so the total charge will be zero. So we have taken example of sodium metal. Sodium have 11 electron, that 11 atomic number, and atomic number represents the number of proton and number of electron. That means sodium contain 11 positively charged and 11 negatively charged particles. So if we will compare both the charge together, they will cancel each other. So the total charge will be zero. Total charge will be zero. Hence, atoms are electrically neutral. So generally, the frequently asked question is to explain why atoms are electrically neutral. Okay, like question is asked like that. Okay, beta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are going to discuss again very important point about what is atomic number and atomic mass number. Next heading is atomic number, atomic number and atomic mass number. So first we will discuss about what is atomic number. Any idea about atomic number, beta? Any idea?
No, sir.
Sachi? No? Okay. So atomic number is, it is the number of proton or number of electron present in an atom. So the number of proton or number of electron present in an atom is called as its atomic number. Okay, it's called as atomic number. Okay, like if suppose we have helium, helium have atomic number 2. That means helium contain 2 electron or 2 proton. Okay, so any number you can take, either you will take number of proton are 2, that means its atomic number is 2, or you can take number of electrons are 2, means its atomic number is 2. So helium have 2 proton and 2 electron, that means its atomic number is 2. Okay, like this. Now we are going to discuss about atomic mass number. Atomic mass number. See, atomic number is represented by Z, Z, and it is always written like, suppose we have atom A, so atomic number is written here, and atomic mass number is written here. Okay, so we can write like atom, here atomic number Z, and here atomic mass number. Okay, this is the way we have to write. Like we have helium, so helium can be written as 2 here, which is atomic number, and 4 here, which is atomic mass number. Okay, beta. So elements are represented like this. Now we have to discuss about what is atomic mass number. So atomic mass number is the sum of number of proton and number of neutrons present in an atom. Okay, is called as the atomic mass number. So we can write it as atomic mass number equals to number of proton plus number of neutron. Okay, like if helium have 4 atomic mass, that means helium contain, like helium have atomic number 2 but atomic mass is 4. See, 2 represents the number of proton or electron, that means helium contain 2 proton and atomic mass is 4, that means helium contain 2 neutron also. Okay, so like 2 proton and 2 neutron means total particles are 4, so 4 will be atomic mass of helium. Okay, so you have to add total number of electron and proton, you will get the atomic mass number. Okay beta, now take a screenshot for that also.
Sir, take a
Okay. So I am going to give you one example by which you can calculate number of proton like number of neutron in any atom. Okay, generally number of neutron you have to calculate. Okay, so formula for atomic mass number. So atomic mass number m, I am representing it by m. So m equals to p positive. P positive means proton plus n0. N0 means neutron. Okay, so this is the formula to calculate the number of neutron. Okay, see, we had to calculate number of neutron. So in order to that, we had to transfer this p positive to another side. Okay, so what will happen? See, positive p positive is in positive with positive form, will transfer to another side, will come in negative form. So neutron, number of neutron equals to atomic mass number minus number of proton. Okay, so we will understand with the help of example also. So we have neon. Neon's atomic number is 10 and atomic mass is, neon contain atomic mass, it is also 19.820. We will take another example. We have carbon. We will take example of carbon. So we have carbon have atomic number 6 and carbon have 3 isotopes. So its atomic mass I am taking 14. Okay, atomic mass is 14. So you have to calculate number of proton, neutron and electron. So see, if we have 6 atomic number of carbon, that means number of proton are equals to number of electron, is it? So number of proton will be 6 and number of electron will be 6. So now we have to calculate number of proton, neutron, is it? So number of neutron we had to calculate. So we are using that formula, this one, the second one, this one. Okay, we have formula neutron equals to atomic mass number minus number of proton. So neutrons number equals to, what is atomic mass number? It is 14. Mass of atom is 14. So I am going to write here 14 minus, we have p positive means proton 6. So I am writing here 6. So it will be 14 minus 6. So 14 minus 6 will be 8. So C 14 contain 8 neutron in it. Okay beta, understood?
yes, sir.
Okay, so I am giving you one example. So you have to calculate number of neutron and you have to let me know. Okay, so I am giving you example of lithium, magnesium, beryllium, nitrogen, no, neon, hydrogen, boron. Okay, we'll take example of carbon itself. So carbon have atomic number 6 and atomic mass 13. Okay, you have to calculate number of, you have to tell me number of proton, number of electron and number of neutron. Yeah, go ahead, beta. You have to tell me the numbers only. How many proton do carbon 6 and 13 contain?
Sir, 6.
Yes, proton will be 6. Electron, number of electron,
Sir, 6 only.
okay, 6 only. And number of neutron, number of neutron,
Sir, 7.
yes, 7. Good. Okay, so 7, 6 and 6, 6, 6 and 7. Yes. Okay, good. So I'm going to upload this lecture on YouTube channel, so you can go through there also. You have to search Bhargavi coaching classes on YouTube, and just get subscribed, so you will get notification when we will add your lectures on that channel. Okay, so you have to subscribe
Yes, sir.
Bhargavi coaching classes. Okay, you are subscribe and just tab that click on that bell icon and select all, so that you will get all the notification for the lecture that we are uploading. Okay, beta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after half an hour your that lecture will be uploaded on YouTube. So after half an hour you can go through that also. Okay, yeah. So we are completing our
Yes, sir.
today's session here. Tomorrow we have Sunday, beta. So I think Sunday we are not taking classes, so we will meet 9 o'clock on Monday. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today is Saturday, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Sunday we have off. Every Sunday we will have off. Because we have, like Sunday we are having test only, but we have just completed your first today's session. So we will have test by next Sunday. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Bye, beta. Have a nice time. And whatever I have, you have taken screenshot, just make note for that, because it is very important and it will help you to understand chemistry very well. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So have you enjoyed the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Beta. Yeah. Bye.